Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. For that, we're joined by Bloomberg's Carmen Reinecke. Let's start with Take-Two. So, first of all, do we really need a Grand Theft Auto 6? Can I say that out loud? Oh, no. Hate mail's coming in.
I don't know a lot about video games. It's like part of childhood that I just completely missed out on. But I know Grand Theft Auto, and I know it's super popular, and everyone's very excited about it.
This is the one that teaches you how to hijack a car.
Sure.
I think that's been happening the whole time.
Police.
Cool.
But so Take-Two, ticker TTWO, shares are down 7%. This looks like the worst intraday drop since early April. They delayed the release of this game. It was supposed to be in the fall, and now it looks like it will be in May 2026. So Wall Street analysts were actually pretty positive on this. Some said that now that there's actually a date, they feel a lot better about it. Until there was a actual solid date on the calendar, they felt that further delays were always possible. So even though stock is down there, most of the analysts were still pretty positive on Take-Two. And I think the public's really, really waiting for GTA 6.
I remember back in my day, I think it was Grand Theft Auto something, and I did the whole overnight thing with the line outside at some GameStop in the middle of Midtown with a camera talking to people, man on the street, bringing back those memories.
You were a gamer?
No, I was doing it for work.
Oh, for work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, God, no. I was at the camera talking to people doing man on the street stuff for that.
Paul's a veteran of Pong.
Pong.
Yeah,
yes,
there we go.
That's right.
Let's also hit Apple here. So we're looking at a couple downgrades.
Yeah, so there are two downgrades this morning for Apple. The first was from Jefferies, which cut its rating to underperform, which is a rare bearish view on the stock. I think it has at least two underperform or sort of sell ratings. The rest of the street is, rather bullish on shares of Apple. Rosenblatt Securities also cut its rating from buy to neutral. Basically, this comes after earnings that just weren't enough to sort of assuage some of investors' fears around the escalating tariff situation and a slowdown in growth in China. Apple said that it expects the tariffs to boost costs by $900 million in the current period. And analysts really pushed Tim Cook on the call for any indication beyond the current period, which he really would not give. So there's a big question mark there as to how much it could hurt Apple if the tariffs sort of escalate and continue, and how long that goes on. So two downgrades is pretty big deal for Apple. Shares are down more than 4% today.
And let's go to Five Below. So if we take a look at Bloomberg Intelligence's tariff matrix, Five Below was one of the companies that got hit the hardest in terms of having to pass on cost increases. What did we learn today, though? Yeah,
so they gave preliminary earnings. Shares are up more than 6.5%, the best in about a week. They raised their forecast for first quarter sales and profit, which really goes against sort of this idea that they're going to get hit super hard by tariffs. So obviously the quarter reflects sort of before when the tariffs are really getting going. Basically, it seems like a strong Easter holiday, which fell in April this year, is going to help out Five Below, as well as actually consumers pulling forward some of their spending because they're anticipating price increases because of tariffs. So I think that's really interesting that they're expecting people to kind of stock up ahead of time.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.